Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons.
Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us. For this special figure showcase, we're going to be looking at the 1987 Japanese exclusive trainbot Suiken. So first and foremost, I'd like to apologise if I pronounced his name wrong. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a detailed look at him in his box and everything that comes with him. So I'm going to take him fresh out of the box there in a second. We'll have a look at him in both of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him. We can have a quick look at how he combines to form Raiden's left arm. And again, with it being a Japanese figure, the paraphernalia and all the leaflets and flyers that come with him are spectacular. So we're going to have a look at that as well. So we've got the main robot form here, which we're going to come back to in a second. We're going to look at the box first and foremost. So these boxes, they are really small. To give you an idea, I suppose, of just how tiny these train bots are, by look, I've actually got, it's not a fully transformed, but I'm just going to grab him G1 cup right next to it. So you can see that these train bots, they are pretty small, to be honest, much smaller than, I suppose, your normal combiners. So yeah, so the first thing that strikes you is just how small it is. You've got the picture of the alternate mode there. I suppose it's the transformation process, which you can see, you can just pull the front off and into the robot. Now you can see as I'm moving this around, there's quite a bit of movement inside, and that's due to, when we open this up, there's a lot of space behind there, and that's because all of the paraphernalia that comes with it I've put into a bag, because it consists of all this, which we're going to have a look at in a second. But before we do, let's have a look at that beautiful artwork on the back. This is, of course, the Headmasters artwork, because it's from 1987. And funnily enough, for those of you who are unaware, the Headmasters was actually a full cartoon series that was running in Japan at that particular time. And it's not to be confused with anything that Sunbow was doing. It's completely different, hence why they've got these characters that we never saw in. So again, we've got at the top C128. This is the reference number to this figure. The C stood for Cybertron, which was Autobots. And Cybertrons, basically. Cybertrons, which are Autobots. There's the lovely artwork there. And there he is, beautifully packaged inside. So before we have a quick look at him, let's have a look at some of these, because there's so much inside this. Now, what they did in Japan, I think it's quite clever, really. You can see here that that's for C131, but what they did was they packed the instructions, and this is another reason why there's probably so much of it, for all of the train bots all into one. So I suppose it made it easier. You didn't have to have all individual instructions. You could just literally print them all out for all 6 and then send them off in each box. We've also got the unused sticker sheet, and there we are again, C128. Right, we're going to come back and have a look at some more of the paraphernalia in a minute. I just want to keep this going. There's many different things as we can do. So I don't think this has ever been taken out, so just bear with me a second if I can pull it out nice and gently. I'm not going to be transforming him for obvious reasons. I will show you the rest of that in a second, because this has perfectly led me on to another topic about this particular figure. So you can see straight away we've got a rub sign there. Now the reason why I'm pointing this out is because this is the 1987 version, which was released in the Headmaster boxes, which are these, and they were also re-released a few years later on in different packaging, but they didn't have the rub sign. So if you've got one like these without the rub sign, it doesn't mean it's a copy, it just means that it could have been a later release. So the alternate mode, as you can see, is what's known as, and let's see if I can get this right, a Tokai Type 153 Express locomotive. It's super thin, and you can just about make out that that's the robot part there, that the arms will fold out, and then this bit comes off the back like so. So with the one that I've got here, I can show you that. So that's the front of the train. It does all piece together. That would attach in there for obvious reasons, but now we can attach this to the back, and it's a good way of keeping everything together. So the things that come with him, we've got Raiden's left, I'm not even going to take it out, it's that stuck. We've got his left fist because he's the left arm. These have not been taken out at all. These are like joiner bits for the tracks and for when you're connecting all of the train bots up. And then here is his weapon. There we go, a nice little silver blaster. And again, I'll just keep that in there. That's the way it must have gone. Perfect. Let's carry on looking at some of the other stuff that come with it then. So we've got the lovely collector's card, which it came with. Again, there it is, his name, Suiken, and it's got the stats and a little bit of a blueprint about him there in the back as well. We've now got what I believe to be a mail away catalogue, is it? Let me just make sure I've got it right. No, oh yeah, it is. It's talking about, there you are, your headmasters. So you've got your Cybertrons, your Autobots, and your Decepticons. That is, of course, the Stars playset. There's the brilliant battle scene from 1986, the year before. And then, yes, here it is. It's your mail away form. So these Autobots here, the little mini bots there, these were only available via mail away. Of course, you've got the Omnibots as well. Same as the Insecticons and same as Dirge. There they all are. And there's their prices, of course, in yen. Let's fold that up neat. Then you've got like another card which you send off, and I suppose it's like a registration card. Somebody told me exactly what this is not so long ago. You got one of them with every single figure. We've of course got the tech spec decoder, and then one of the best things is this catalogue. That's a brilliant picture of Fortress Maximus. Look at that. And of course, because it's the Japanese variant, he's got a giant sword with him. I don't think I've even seen this one, to be honest, so this is going to be interesting. So we've of course got Rodimus and Hot Rod down there. Do you know what? I don't think I have. This is brilliant. So this is the 1987 Headmasters catalogue for Japan, and I've not seen this, so I'm going to enjoy this just as much as you guys. There's your standard Headmasters. We're going to scroll along. There is Fortress Maximus, but as I've just said, it's got the huge sword, and even the little Spike and Cerebros, he's got a sword as well. Of course, Japanese loving their katana swords. There we've got some of the Scramble City combiners. And there we've got some of the Headmaster exclusives. So we've got Twin Cast, which is of course the Recolor Blaster. There is Raiden, funnily enough, with the individual robots. And what I'm loving at the moment at the bottom, which I've just noticed, I'll come to in a second, before we get there, we've got Monster Bots, Throttle Bots, Target Masters, clones, punch, counter punch. But then look at this, we've got the Battle Beasts. They were, of course, I think it was episode 7 in Japan. And there we've got Metroplex. So very quickly, let's spin it around at the back. And I know we're supposed to be just looking at the figure, but I know that loads of people really like looking at these, so I'm going to take the time to show it. So there's your tech checklist for your Cybertrons and Destrons. Destron was Decepticon. There is Six Shot. There's your Hurricanes. There's your Decepticon Headmasters with, of course, Scorponok, because it isn't Master Force yet, so he's still Scorponok. We've got Predaking. They must be the evil Battle Beasts with the cassettes, and of course we've got Sound Blaster, and then you've got your Target Masters, your Duocons, and your clones with Tripticon and the other Scramble City bots. There we go. That was brilliant. I've never seen that before, so I really like looking at that. Let's just bring this quickly to a close then. So here is Raiden. He is the combined form of all 6 train bots. He's a little bit like Devastator in the fact that A, he's got 6 bots, and B, they can only combine one particular way. And there is Suiken on the left arm. So in summary, there we go. Quite an ingenious, in fact not quite, I think a very ingenious piece of Transformers history. Obviously these were released as Diaclones just before Transformers, like quite a few years earlier, but I'm really pleased that Takara, obviously as it was, decided to take the use of the molds and use them for themselves as well. So there you go. Hope that was a nice bit of an insight for you into some Japanese figures. He is the 1987 Japanese Takara Headmaster exclusive C128 Suiken. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.